This is a Datazen Designer Advanced Concepts tutorial, and here we look at the drill down capability of Datazen. Drill down provides end user interactivity, so users are able to click onto an aspect of the dashboard and drill into their data. This either takes them to another dashboard or to a URL, and while doing this they can pass parameters from the current context to the target. So let's jump into the Datazen and see how this is done in the actual application. I'm running here the Datazen publisher, and in this example we'll drill from one dashboard to another. So the first thing you want to know is that you sort of have to think backwards when creating drill down dashboards. So you have to come up with the target dashboard first and then create the source dashboard, which will link to the target dashboard. So here for our target dashboard, we will use this territory manager view dashboard, and we can see that here you can set a few things. You can set the time range, choose the merchandising rep, the route, and the product. And another important thing to know is that once you create the target dashboard, you want to publish it to the server. The reason for this is you don't want to link to the local versions of the dashboards, because once you publish them, if the links is kept to the local dashboard, it won't be useful to the people who are running this on the server. So we have our target dashboard. We'll use this territory manager view, and for our source dashboard we'll use this dashboard which I've called level 1 dashboard. So I will edit this dashboard, and you'll see it has some of the similar data that our target dashboard uses. So let's say our workflow, we want to allow the end user to click on one of these bars, and we go into the target and they see the data for that specific user. So what we want to do is, first of all, select this chart and then click on drill through target. Here you can choose a dashboard or a custom URL. We'll choose a dashboard, and now we'll select our target dashboard. Now keep in mind, if you're working locally, you'll also have local versions of your dashboard, but here you always want to select the server version of the dashboard, and you will be able to tell because the server version says where it is. For example, this is corporate overview hub on demos.datazen.com. So we'll select the territory manager view, and then we're taken to this view. Here we have all these parameters that we can pass into the target. So the target has a time navigator, the merchandising rep, route, and product that we can populate while drilling into it. So the time navigator, let's say we want to pass the exact same things that are in our time navigator. So we'll just match the target with the current value of the time navigator. Really here, selected start time and selected end time are the most important things, though. That's the selected time range. The viewport start time and viewport end time are just what the end user sees when they scroll in or out, so it's not as important. Merchandising rep. Now this is a selection list in the target. So the selection list, you can pass into two parameters. One is the selected item, one is selected items. Selected item is when you have a single value you're passing. Selected items is used if the target is a multi-select selection list, and then you want to pass a list into it. Here we're passing just a single item, so we'll click here, and again here we have all the things that are available in our dashboard as the contexts. So what we want to do is go to the total sales chart and select the selected data point. This will pass the value of the actual bar you click on into the merchandising rep selection list into the target, which is what we want. So we will select that. For the route, again, we will just take the route selected item from our selection list, and for product likewise, selected item. And once we're done, we can just click on apply. Now the only other thing I want to show you before going any further is that you can also set drill throughs to a custom URL. Here you can just enter a URL, whatever it is. And you can also, these are all the available parameters into it. So you can always choose to pass it just by clicking onto it, and it will be passed on. So if your URL requires something like this, you can just select this, and let's say we have these values will be passed into it. So anyhow, back to our dashboard. We've configured this for this this chart, and what we want to do is save this chart either locally or publish it to the server. And then you don't want to test by running the preview here. What you want to do is, once you save or publish, go to the home screen and test, run the dashboard from there, because drill through capability does not work from the preview screen. So what I want to do is run it from here or on the server. That's just as fine. And let's make a selection here. I'll select September and October. I will choose a route for downtown, and maybe a product. I will choose juice, and then I'll click on one of these, perhaps this Fabrice Canel. I will click on him, and we are being taken to our target dashboard. And as you can see, all the parameters we've configured are passed here. So our selection September for October is passed. Fabrice Canel is selected here because we passed the value of the bar we clicked on, as well as the downtown and juice selections we've made. So that's it. That's all there is to creating drill downs. Now, of course, you can chain multiple of these to get the desired effect, or even pass the parameters to the same dashboard if that's what's needed. So finally, to get to this, the key points here are that to remember are publishing the target dashboard to the server first. Then always link to the target dashboard on the server, not the local version. And finally, drill through cannot be tested in preview. You have to exit the designer and test on the actual dashboard.